Hello there, welcome back. Unfortunately, I have not been able to do this the past couple of days. The connection in this hotel has been very, very bad, but we've been able to get some form of work done. So I do apologize again, but there's nothing I can do. The connection here has just been terrible. So right now it's pretty stable. I've added a few things here and there, changed a couple of dialogue sequences, but I think we're almost done with this. So let's go over the things that we added, and hopefully the internet does not crap out on us. Stand by and let's watch. Over here, I definitely did change things. This has definitely been a deconstruction of Karis's character, that's for sure. We needed to build her up. Sorry about that. So for the most part, this section is done. I'm just going over typos. I started on Mia's section, which could be a very long sequence, unfortunately. We would have Mia infighting for a while, but there's a lot of exposition that we have to bring up over there before we get to that final battle section. But over here, we should be good to go. I'm not, I was going to do a little fighting game reference, but it won't work because the voice that I was going to use for Karis, there's only a few actual voice lines. So we opted out of it, but I kept a couple things here and there just as a joke. You'll hear Karis saying 1, 2, 3 in German. Ein, zwei, drei. Alright. So far, so good. Everything looks good. My biggest thing is just everything can look good, but a random typo will just destroy this. And for people that are curious, I know I repeat myself a lot, but in order to get this done, you need Aseprite, which is going to be your workhorse. It's probably like $2 right now. That's where I do all my sprite modifications, coming up with new sprites, building sprites from the ground up, etc. Then from there, we do Adobe Animate. Then after that, I bring it over to DaVinci Resolve for the little effects here and there, sound, and text. From there, we go to CapCut, which is all the cool, like, fluffy effects. So it's like a 4-part process. And we're pushing the hour mark, which is kind of crazy. So this is probably the longest one I've done for this series. So Karis' mugshot over there, if you haven't noticed, it's definitely different because, as we know, Karis is happy-go-lucky. She always has a smile on her face. She has a smile on her face. But what we did is gave her a very emotionless expression. It took about 20 minutes to make, but I'm happy with the way it turned out. And I know things may be slow, but when it comes to my sprite animations, I like having the story instead of just having fight scenes. Let's build up to the fight scenes. Let's have the fight scenes actually have some weight behind them. So that's why we're actually doing a whole entire story. This is loosely following Golden Sun's story. We're at the end of Mercury Lighthouse. I just wanted to flesh out more characters. Again, it is loosely following it. The main thing for this project is fixing plot holes, expanding on characters. We didn't forget about Dark Dawn. This is why we have Dark Dawn characters here. Sometimes shenanigans are happening, so that's why we have Dark Dawn stuff happening. It's not a plug to actually watch the other videos, but this is why we actually do have Dark Dawn characters here. Things are happening in this story. Time shenanigans are afoot. The Dark Dawn world is destroyed. The way I went about it was the end vortex swallowed up that world and destroyed it. Two are praying because their tech savvy was able to disappear from there. This is a flashback sequence, if that makes sense. Okay. Also, this is a very adult-oriented story. Mature and dark. Lots of things are happening. I like this transition here. Definitely do like it. Karis' sprite is based off of Jenna's sprites, heavily modified. The mugshot was done via Aseprite. Took about a few days to do. This one was actually very hard to do. Heart's mugshot was done in Aseprite as well. All right, so we're gonna go over a few things here because this sequence is actually kind of hard to explain. So as you can see, for people that are new to this, bow and arrows are not a thing in Golden Sun 1 and 2. So we had to make this from the ground up. It was relatively easy. It's just rows of two. Two here, two here, two here, two here, two here, and one straight line. Pretty easy to do. But obviously, Jenna does not have this specific motion. So, as mentioned, we had to make character sprite from Jenna's sprite. We used her lower half as a point of reference. Then we just went ham on that. The cloak, somehow, someway, we got the cloak to work to make her more mysterious. Luckily, Karis shares colors with Mia, so I actually took one of Mia's arms to actually get this to work. It's a lot of Frankensteining to get this to work right. So, wait, no, you're a wind editor, so how are you using light synergy? We'll get to that later. So we attached another arm right there. We had the arrow be extended the bow to be extended in order to showcase the arrow being getting ready to fire. We added a light effect just to show that this is light synergy. Again, we don't know what light synergy attacks would be at. So I was being cute in reference to Ocarina of Time with the light arrow, or just Zelda in general. And as you've heard, she says ein, which is one in German. Drei, two. Zwei, two. Heart says Sona, which is no way. Actually, I need to fix this. She says it right there. You do want to make sure things are lined up. Okay, that should be good. That is not lined up, unfortunately. Give me 1 minute, and I shall fix that. So where is it? Let's see. There we go. So I just got to move it over to the right a little tiny bit. That's on me. I should have made sure this is lined up properly. So right here. What I'm going to do is actually change this. I'm going to make this say no way, just to make sure it's accurate. All right. No, I think her just saying no is fine. But again, Sona means no way or impossible. I actually might come back and change that later. So with that little section right there, we were being very I was being very, very cute with this. Let's see, where is it? We added an inverted just to show that she got hurt by this. Just her wound that she has on her head is always active whenever she's thinking about the past or being influenced by the past. And we ended up changing the dialogue right here. This was hard to do because I needed to make sure. What's the word? We need to keep the tone right because Karis just disappeared. Having Heart, we need to have Heart be very emotional / cryptic in a sense, just to keep the tone. We're gonna write her off for a bit. All right, Mia section. This is a long one. Very, very, very long. This has had a lot of rewrites, so I gotta really pay attention if there's any typos. Still mad that I did not tint that when I had the chance. So mad about that, but it's fine. I'm still happy I was able to get some work done, even though I didn't stream it. This connection is like so tsundere at times. There are times it works perfectly, there are times it doesn't work. But I only have a month left of this deployment, so I'll be back in my barracks room on July 13th. So we won't have to worry about this ever again until the next deployment. I did not add the Dragon Ball teleport because I just didn't add it just because I wanted to keep things just quiet here. You're about to see Mia infighting for about like 10 minutes. And I'm still not done with this section. And the gag continues. I have not added the Doom sound effect yet. So far, so good. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to change a few things here. A lot of infighting. There's gonna be a lot of Doom sound effects here. Wait a minute. I have to fix that. That's very fast. Let's see. The problem with text dialogues, you have to be very careful when you copy and paste it, or else you may make things a little bit too short. Let's see how many seconds this is. I can't even see it. Let's see. I'm a fast reader, so this is fine for me, but for others, this may be very quick. Guarantee you it's gonna be that one typo that I'm gonna miss. It's gonna be blatantly obvious as soon as I upload this. Throwing shade at Minority here. My thing is, let me interrupt real quick. My thing is, the way Mercury Lighthouse was, they made, well, Mercury and Venus, they made that goddess statue such a prominent thing. You would assume, well, the goddess in the goddess statue itself, whatever that goddess was, you would assume that it would have a bigger role, but no, it really didn't. So that's why I had Mia during that sequence asking the goddess of Mercury Lighthouse for help for what the hell's actually going on. You would think, but no, well, this is why I'm here, for filling in the gaps. Oh shit, there it is. There's a typo. I knew it. Ooh, that would have been a bad one. From what the once said, she wasn't able to keep her end of the contract due to her injuries. Wow, that would have been so bad. Thank God I caught that. This is why I do these rewatches. And then there's the other typo. It's not a big one, but OCD is a bitch. There we go. Okay, we're good. Jeez. Surprisingly enough, this hasn't like crashed on us, but it's been pretty bad with this connection as of late. I've tried streaming, but it just has not worked. I did this on purpose. Ooh, I don't like the spacing of that. And this is more so just OCD just acting up. But it is hard with these dialogue boxes. It really, really is. Like, I'm not gonna be too anal about it. As long as it's like kind of squared away, I'm fine with it. Whoops. This was actually just written like a few minutes ago. When I'm explaining things. So again, OCD is a bitch. I'm gonna fix a couple things here and there. I'm gonna bring this up because there's a lot of space. Bring that up. All right, and I think that should be it. All right, perfect. I saw that. Okay. Whoops, that's on me. All right. So we'll do it. We'll do this from what I've seen. All right, so we can make what go up there. What I've seen. We hear a lot of vile beings. Fuck. Excuse my French. There we go. All right. All right. Aside for what I've seen, beings come through here a lot, and we're gonna make sure a lot is 2 words. There we go. Okay. We'll just do this place as a haven for the wicked. Easy enough. Holy shit, I wrote that. Wait, what? Oh, I copy and pasted that, so I had to come up with something. Those beings can retain their bodies while in this place. This place is a haven for the wicked. Let's do this. It's, to be honest, a place like this shouldn't exist. No. I need music. What's the most toxic sounding Golden music that we can listen to right now? That, apparently, which is not incorrect. Okay. This place is a haven for the wicked. seen the worst things come through here. Let's just say things come through here. Terrifying things. Oh. All right, pause. It seems if you are evil, you can retain your body. It seems that if you're it seems that if yeah, we'll do that. It seems that if it seems that if you're evil, comma, you can retain your body in this place. We're at an hour and 4 minutes right now. Wait. Okay. So now we can transition into the fight. Holy crap. All right. So here's what I'm going to do. Yeah, we do not need this to be that long. So we can get rid of this section right here. All right. Actually, I think that was a bad idea. All right, let's do this. I got rid of way too much, so we'll add a couple more sections, then we should be good to finally transition to that damn fight. All right. That's the golden sun music, while I think. Whoa, way too big. I use at least 58. What is that strange? We'll do one more. Then we'll just do a big lookout. Look out. It's been a lot of Chaos Angel lately. Perfect. So we're gonna grab all this. We're gonna put it together for now. Fuck. We still need a little bit more. Copy. So what we're gonna do, we don't need to add a video transition, we need an audio transition. Crossfade should be good. All right, save it. Pause this. So let's go over this and we'll watch the fight and we'll brainstorm ideas. I fucked up again. This is not properly spaced and I actually need to fix this. There we go. Much better. Let's do like another 20 minutes, I think. I actually am getting kind of tired. I'm just happy I was able to actually stream this today. It's been a couple of days since I've actually been able to do this. Whoa, hold on. Minor issue, not the end of the world. You have to be very, very careful when you're copying and pasting because you might actually get something. Hold on. You may actually get something into another scene that you don't want there. For example, look at this. Mia's frame and her mugshot is in this portion, which it's not supposed to be at. So simple enough. Just drag it and just make sure it's lined up to that. It does happen from time to time when you are copying and pasting. You just have to be very, very careful. Why did I put a comma there? Wait, why did I put a comma there? No idea why I did that. All right, back to this. Unless I add anything else to this, this is going to be 59 minutes. Yeah, what am I gonna do here? For now, we'll just sit back and just watch this. I gave myself plenty of space for dialogue and yapping here. We should be going to the fight in a second. I'm gonna have a field day with this. I really am. Oh yeah, I did have her say I won't miss right here. There you go. There's how she is right now. They'll yap for a little bit. She'll take her form. Continue the. She'll heal Mia. Then just continue the battle for a short while. Yeah, what do we want to do here? There's a lot of things we can do here. And this section will lead us into Isaac's section. Finally, it's been like so long. All right, let's see. Oh yeah, I might as well show off this is 10-0 real quick. We do have to figure out what we're gonna do here though. All right, so we'll go over this real quick, then we'll go back to the dialogue for the next 15 minutes. But this is gonna be the group of 4 that's gonna be a foil to Isaac's party from the end of Mercury Lighthouse until Golden Sun 2. My biggest issue with pacing in Golden Sun 1 is after Mercury Lighthouse, it kind of dies down until you get to Venus. Then that's my honest opinion. Like all that tense build up and drama that we had from Vale all the way up to Mercury, it dies down as soon as you leave Mercury Lighthouse, and it takes a while for it to build up. I'd say like the tension builds up when you meet Bobby, and that's a lot of gray area in my opinion. I could be wrong, but that's just me personally. So I felt in this story, just introducing a group of 4 being a foil to Isaac's party would keep the tension up a little bit. And you probably noticed a certain cloaked figure. Well, they're all cloaked, but there's a certain character over there that we were introduced to earlier, which is, you know, Karis. She's part of this group. There's a reason why she's here. I told you, there's a lot of times shenanigans happening. Karis is an antagonist here. So obviously we would have her as a foil to Ivan, which makes sense. Sarah over there, which is the one with the pike, is the ringleader of this little group. Sarah is a very heavily modified Sheba sprite, extremely modified. The reason why I use Sheba is because Sheba's blonde. Her mugshot is going to be based off of the unidentified mugshot within the game files. If you go in the game assets, you'll see a mugshot of a character literally called unidentified. So we just modified it a little bit, gave her actual eyebrows, and we're just going to go with that. The 2 other characters that just dashed away are the Tales of Not a Kitty Dungeon characters. Tales of Not a Kitty Dungeon sprites are very similar to Golden Sun sprites. The reason why I'm using them is because I didn't want to keep on doing palette swaps of characters. For example, I didn't want to have like 4 Jennas running around, each with different names. We've done that in the past with Sonic sprite animations. You'll have Sinnoh, Sonic's brother, who's green, or some random palette swap of Shadow, it's pretty bad. You can get away with it, but it's not tasteful, especially if you know how to make sprites. So we'll show off Sarah's sprite real quick, then we'll go back to this. There you go. I've used the greaves from certain enemies. I've used the pike from another enemy, gave her a cape, Gave her long hair. This is Sheba's hair. I just made it longer. Gave her yellow eyes because that's how identified eyes are, and yeah, that's pretty much the gist of it. And all that is possible via the Aseprite. Anyways, besides that, let's get back to dialogue before I wrap this session up. All right. We'll have. Damn. What do I want to listen to? Fuck it. We'll listen to this real quick. I need to think of dialogue. Don't be lazy like me. I'm just being very lazy right now. We'll just have you be dying as usual. There's a reason why I'm using asterisks. I should show that off. So, DaVinci Resolve hates Golden Sun font. If you try to do ... it will show up like this. This is why we're using asterisks to simulate dying. Also, it hates italics. I can't use Golden Sun font and use italics, so we can't make it 100% authentic. You can do that in CapCut, but not in DaVinci Resolve. It's a trade-off. In the world. Don't know why that full screen. You got to be very careful here. You got to make sure this is all lined up, or else you have like you'll have flashings whenever dialog boxes go. Like right there, this is not properly lined up. Always make sure this is properly lined up. This is actually kind of fine because I need her dialogues to be a little longer. What are you talking about? Fuck. Am I gonna do it? I am gonna do it. Damn it! I gotta extend this a little bit longer. This is what happens when you yap too damn much. All right. This is what happens when you're too damn creative. Damn it. I didn't take in consideration. Here's what we can do. We'll just have to grab all this. It's not a big deal. I'll just have to grab this. We don't need this right now. Okay. I guess I just missed that too. Fuck. This is why you generally don't want to do... You don't want to put everything together unless you know, like, you're done. It's not the end of the world. You just have to redo this later. Because I love the yap. Okay. So we're gonna grab all this. No, we're gonna grab... It has to be all of this. All right, now we're good. No, we'll do that. We'll do that. Okay, there we go. Okay. Simple enough. We'll just call this. Damn, I can't use doppelganger because that's what Minardi's been calling it the entire time. And I wrote having. Why did I write that twice? That shit's scary. Very, very scary. I'm not even intoxicated right now. Why am I thinking of nightmare fuel right now? Do I really want to go this route? Hmm. I want to go to the Golden Eye right now. Today's not a Golden Eye day, but it's always a Dragon Ball day. Okay, I think we're doing good. I'm probably gonna change this all over again. Okay. I think we're good. Damn, another golden eye, but it's fine. As usual, be careful when you are extending this. Damn, look at that gap. Cool. I think now we're good. All right, so we're just gonna bring the fight sequence. We're not gonna bring anything else. We're not gonna make that mistake again. All right. Pause GoldenEye. We'll watch this one more time, and we'll start wrapping it up because we've done this for an hour, and I'm actually getting kind of tired now. I'm not even trying to rock the boat with this. The connection has somehow been sustainable for an hour. Oops. That's a me thing. I goofed again. Was watching me. Yeah, I'll put me. And I actually got to fix the positioning of this. We're gonna fix that too. OCD people. OCD is rough. Typo. It's cool. I'm gonna have to rewatch this again. I did see that, so I gotta fix that. I mentioned before, you gotta be very careful when you're copying and pasting things. You don't want like weird artifacts like that showing up. If this is not properly spaced. There we go. Okay. That should be good. I think now we're fine. As usual, enjoy the VOD, whoever watches the VOD. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns, just please leave it in the comment section. I'll get back to it as soon as I can. If you have any concerns with this, please let me know. This is a community-based project. I always take everything people say into consideration. You guys will make this project possible. If you dislike it, dislike it. That'll just give me areas that I need to improve on. But as usual, thank you guys for the constant support on this. You guys are the ones that make this possible, and I will fix that in a second. Damn. Let me just fix that real quick. I think, yeah, I definitely gotta fix that. Do I have to fix it? No, it's actually fine. I'm just bugging. It's easier when there's an actual mugshot, like transitioning from mugshot to mugshot. But like I said, thank you guys for the constant support. You guys matter, and you guys are the ones who make this possible at the end of the day. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave in the comments section. Dislike it if you dislike it. That'll just show me areas that I need to improve on with this project. If you have any suggestions, just let me know. I will try to incorporate it the best that I can. Just make it make sense. Alright, we'll do one more rewatch just to make sure I didn't miss anything. Once it gets a cap cut, this is gonna look amazing. Like right now it looks good, but once we add all the cool fluffy effects, I doubt I'm gonna be able to stream later because of how suspect this connection's been. I'm happy that we were even actually able to stream today. So I tried to do it earlier, it just was not working. But just bear with me, guys. In a month, I'll be back in my barracks room. We won't have to worry about a spotty connection ever again. Until my next deployment, of course. Wait a minute. Did I miss that? Yeah, I did miss it. I saw that out the corner of my eye. I haven't seen it firsthand, but when I was... Ooh. Sneaky typos. Who the fuck? Sorry about that. I haven't seen it firsthand, but when I was researching... I haven't seen it firsthand. But I heard about a certain demon. I heard about a certain demon. You're a spirit right now. I heard. I heard about a certain demon. Yeah, you're currently in spirit form, so you researching, it can make sense because you still can technically talk, I guess, if you want to be cute about it, but we gotta be a little bit more consistent with this. This is why I get typos, because I'm always changing stuff at the last second. Yep, another typo. I forgot Ian. You see how many typos I missed? That's crazy. All right, that's good. I just gotta add the one little funny jab. No, I'm not gonna add that right now because I have no idea how long this is gonna last. I'm not gonna make that mistake again. But all right, anyways, good stuff, everybody. I do apologize for the past couple of days I haven't been able to stream this, but the internet connection here has been pretty spotty, and somehow, some way, it was good for this past hour. So good stuff. All right. Anyways, thank you guys as usual. I'll see y'all in the next one. Have a good one, and bye bye. Enjoy the VOD.